we've all experienced the gut-wrenching emotion of the market volatility last year. How many of you are concerned about running out of money halfway through retirement? Does that concern you? Does it fit into your concept of your future retirement at all?
Who's extremely concerned about that? Who's very concerned about that? Who's somewhat concerned about that? All right, so it looks like we've got at least everyone is, or almost everyone is at least somewhat concerned about it. And does that affect your investing decisions? Is that a conscious part of the discussion, is how do I make sure that I live as long as I have money as long as I live? And do each of you have an age that you expect to live to? If I asked you today, how old do you think that you're going to live? Do you have a number? For planning purposes, do you have a number? How many of you have a number? Yeah. Most of you have a number. Anybody want to share? No, 95.
It's always 25 years from where I'm at.
My father's 94, and I plan to inherit his genes.
Okay. You plan to?
You already have.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes.
Yes, just a few moments ago we heard the phrase being sold. If I could see a show of hands, how many like to be sold something? Okay.
Be sold.
The next question is, do you see a difference between being sold and getting advice on something?
I'll use a slight different comparison. When I go look for a new car, I don't want a salesman attacking me in a parking lot trying to sell me something he wants to sell me. I go prepared. I want to go and buy the car I want to buy, not be told what car I should have. And I think that same thing applies to investments and insurance.
Well, I've tried a number of different models in terms of advisors, and what I've settled on is I have somebody who's independent and that I pay by the hour, and we go in and we rebalance a couple of times a year. And part of the reason for that is that when I've worked with big institutions, you know, Fidelity or Amex or whatever, I'm not always clear on whether they're trying to sell me something or whether they're giving me advice. I think transparency would go a certain way towards ameliorating that, but I'm never sure whether it's something that they're advising because the company's going to make money off it, because they individually are going to make money off it. Maybe I'm not even getting the best advice from my advisor, but I know exactly why she's doing it and what she's getting out of it.
Janet, let you answer that, and then take one more question after Janet answers.
Yeah, I understand the difference because I didn't know much about investing, so I would talk to my coworkers, and then finally someone came to my office when they were closing the office down. And I trusted those people, so then I trusted him. And even though I had some ideas, I went with what he said, so I was sold. And I really think I should sue this guy, but that's not the story. So then I went to another place, and these are major places, and basically he sold me too, even though, once again, I did have some ideas. And it's because I think they're the expert and they know more than I do. And so therefore now I'm really annoyed with these two people. And once I get out of those investments, because of the type of shares I'm in, I can't get out right now, but I am looking for someone I can trust. That's the whole thing. I keep looking and looking for someone who has my interest as much as they have their own.
Great. Do we have a last question? Yes.
For those of you that work with a financial advisor or that are thinking about changing a financial advisor, when you think of advisor compensation methods, which one is more appealing to you? So working with somebody on a commission-only basis, an hourly basis, a fixed flat fee, or a percentage of assets under management? Which one do you find more appealing?
So commission?
Commission, hourly.
Hourly or flat?
Fixed fee.
Right.
Or a percentage of assets.
All right, everybody got those four down?
Commission.
How many would say commission? One.
Hourly fee, fixed flat fee, or a percentage of assets under management?
Looks like fixed flat fee.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So with that, I'd like to thank our panel, please. Thank you. You can just leave your stuff there, and if you can hold on for 15 seconds while we let our panel go.